everybody, Colton R here. Welcome back to more NCAA Football 2006. In the last episode, we defeated Michigan State 58-6, and it was a pretty big victory because, well, it was an easy win. And now, in this episode, we are headed to Indiana to play Indiana. So yeah, an away game at Indiana. It's obviously going to be an easy win because, well, it's Indiana. So once we take care of Indiana, we'll be all good. And possibly still tied with Michigan for number 1 in the Big Ten. So yeah. Anyways, here we go. It's Ohio State and Indiana right now. So, as many of you may know, Indiana's not really good at, well, football. I mean, there was the 2024 season that just recently happened, but they still can't get it all together in football.
Hi everybody, Brad Nessler here, and with me as always, Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. And I hope these fans are as bundled up as I am for today's matchup between
It's a little chilly in Bloomington, Indiana right now. And here's the Big Ten standings so far. Michigan up in front. And here come the Indiana Hoosiers. And here come the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yeah!
This team is just too powerful.
Ohio State is led by their running back. Now, I had a chance to talk to him about this game, and believe
and there's Antonio Pittman getting ready.
Coach, I expect him to have a big game on the ground.
I agree with you on this one.
There's no way to.
And Corso's going with Ohio State.
We've heard Lee Corso's pick.
It's no wonder.
Let's take it down to the field for the action about to begin. Here's the coin toss.
Alright, let's go tails. We won the toss. Let's receive.
Indiana is ready to open this one up as they line up for the opening kick.
Alright, here we go.
He kicks it.
And here's Santonio Holmes to return this kickoff. And oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was a great kick return by Santonio Holmes. And it got us to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. All right.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. They come out with a big set. On the ground with
and here's Pittman, and I believe that will be a first down.
Ripped off a nice gain there to get
Yep, first down.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
Look at how good this
Yeah, and the stadium pulse here is not that loud in Bloomington.
They hand it off. And down he goes.
All right, good run there.
8 yards. 2nd and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 27. They line up in a double tight set. Handoff up the middle. And he's taken down. The halfback picks up.
All right, no huddle on this one. And we're first in the NCAA for 3rd down conversions.
Ohio State comes to the line. Only one
That's a
down
first down and more.
That line came off the ball and just kept their feet moving.
All right, I think this time around we're going to try a short pass play if possible. Let's do PA rollout.
It's 1st and 10, and this is the 5th play of the current drive. Ace backfield. Play action. He's looking.
Throwing it to Holmes, and he caught it.
Got it.
What a catch by Santonio Holmes. That's a first down. And now we're going to go back to the run game. And we're 4th in the country for red zone scoring, which is good.
And they have 3 receivers.
And Pittman is in. Touchdown, Ohio State. 11-yard touchdown run by Antonio Pittman. And we take the early lead against Indiana. Take a bow, Antonio. Alright, now it's time to kick the extra point.
And he tacks on the extra point. With less than 4 minutes to go in the first, the score, Ohio State 7, Indiana nothing. Ohio State to kick this one off. He boots it deep downfield.
And that is a touchback.
And they can forget about returning this one. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line.
Alright, 1st and 10 for Indiana.
Indiana goes with the ace set here.
And it's a trick play, and that did not go anywhere. Did not go anywhere. Bobby Carpenter with the tackle. And yeah, we don't need that excessive celebration. Don't need that. Don't need that just now. And as you can see, this is the top defense in the country. They snap it to the running back, and not that much. I think that was a loss. And more excessive celebration. Why?
Passing situation here on
3rd and 16 for Indiana here. Hoosiers got to come up with 16 yards for a first down. Will they be able to do it? Oh, A.J. Hawk just sacked the quarterback. Let's take a look at that replay. Yep, that was a sack, and that was by A.J. Hawk. So now it's time for Indiana to punt the ball to us. Ted Ginn Jr. is back deep to return. But will this be a good punt? That is the question. Alright, it's a good punt. Here's Ted Ginn Jr. Spin moves and steps out of bounds. If he didn't step out of bounds, he would have been gone, and that would have been a touchdown. But that's fine. That's fine.
And they'll look to capitalize on the good field position here. Ohio State goes with the ace set here.
Oh, and Pittman another first down.
And that was a nice run.
He's almost got 50 yards rushing.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Oh, yeah. And that's a touchdown, Antonio Pittman. That's number 2 today for Pittman. They just cannot do anything on that one. Could not do anything. Now for the extra point. It's good.
Time to take a look at the drive summary. It's brought to you by Pontiac.
And look at Brutus. He's happy.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. And this one's going to come back to the 20. Not a whole lot of success their last time out.
Not at all. This offense has to do a better job of staying on the field.
Excuse me.
A chance to catch their breath.
They'll set up shop at the 20. Indiana lines up in a shotgun set. On the ground with the tailback. Juke move. Tackle.
All right, a short gain by the running back. Will be 2nd and 8 for Indiana, and look at that. Probably one of the worst offenses in the country. 115th.
Set up in the gun.
Sheesh.
He drops back, steps up in the pocket, looks, throws it to the outside.
Yo, you can credit that incompletion to the pass rush. Great job of not letting.
And it's 3rd and 8 now for Indiana.
Good pass at all.
Call that, Kirk. He was under pressure. Unbelievable pressure.
3 wideouts here. Drops back to pass. He steps up, throws this one out.
And it's incomplete.
And it's incomplete. He had his
Could
one
not get
down, but he
anything
couldn't
going
get
on that
it.
drive, so Indiana will punt.
That's something he's been working very hard with his coach on.
The Hoosiers are lining up to punt it away. Number 44 gets it off.
And that's just going to go out of bounds.
The run game was a big factor in this offense's last
And we'll
drive when they
be
got down
at the
field for a
44-yard line. 1st and 10.
touchdown. They'll go to work at the 44-yard line. Ohio State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. They go with the run.
Ooh, they knew that was happening.
No gain.
No gain on that play. And we're going to go shotgun formation with the seam attack.
Number 10 comes to the line with 3 wide. He's looking. He throws it. And he got it!
Oh, what a catch by again.
Now that was a good-looking play. The quarterback put it where his receiver could get it, and now they have a first down.
What I like is the faith that this quarterback has in his receiver. He's not afraid to throw it downfield.
That was awesome. Alright, so I think we'll go back to the run play. Go back to the run and see if we can get a touchdown out of this.
Ohio State comes out with 2 tight ends. He might have a chance.
Oh,
And he's tackled.
almost.
That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there running the football by this guy.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters the most. One man backfield on the ground with the tailback. And they make the stop. The running back
Couldn't do
gets
anything
2
on
the
that one.
carry.
Let's go tight end drag.
The Buckeyes line up in an I formation, looking.
And I just threw a pick.
Intercepted. It's the linebacker. He's made better throws than that, and they lose a possible chance at some points.
Yeah, but don't forget, this guy is still a young quarterback. He's still learning the position. I'm sure he'll learn from this mistake. Now know what to do the next time he's out there in a similar situation.
Yeah, for all those people watching at home, remember, Kirk was a quarterback in college. So if you're wondering why he's so
Well, that
easy on you,
sucked.
you take it easy, Coach. You were brutal.
From the gun. Nice play fake. Look.
And AJ Hawk sacks the quarterback.
That one puts him into the
And now AJ Hawk holds the NCAA record for most sacks in a single season.
History has ever gotten this many sacks.
Oh, yeah.
Great-looking football player. Not only is his
AJ
kick
Hawk
fast, but his
has the
technique is
single
solid.
season sack
He's a
record
superstar.
in all of college
Lines
football.
up in a shotgun set. Back to pass. He's up.
And he continues to sack the quarterback.
This pressure, the quarterback goes down for the sack.
Those guys
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
coming in as fast as they can.
And we lead Indiana 14-0 at the end of one.
Behind it, rushing in. Take off behind his blockers for 6.
3rd and long. Ball on the 5-yard line. The Hoosiers line up with 3 wide. Steps up. He's looking. He's rolling left. He goes.
Throws a deep
downtown.
ball. It's
That one
incomplete.
with a hand on it. Great defensive play by the cornerback.
And now Indiana has to punt away. And they could not get anything going with this drive off that interception we
Ready to
threw.
put this one away. Number 44 gets it off.
Here's Ted Ginn Jr.
7 fields it at the 44.
Spin
He
move.
spins around.
Great job by the defense last time forcing the pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few runs here by the offense to start things off.
Alright,
Excellent
1st
field
and
position
10
to
here
start
for
the
Ohio
drive.
State. Ball on the 31.
Ohio State comes out with 2 tight ends. They'll give it off here.
They sent the blitz and
And
drilled the running back before
lost
he
a
could
yard
find
on that
anything
play.
like one.
It's 2nd down and 11 to go. Ball on the 32. And the secondary better be careful. This receiver wants to make a play. Bounces off the would-be tackler. Tackle. How about that run, Coach?
Just like that, Brad, and bam, the guy's got 100 yards running the football.
3rd and 2.
All right, 3rd and
Ball
2
on the
here.
23-yard line. Ohio State goes with the ace set here. They go with the run.
And that's a first
Well,
down.
he got just what he needed on that one.
9 first downs for Ohio State, none for Indiana.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. Ohio State comes out with 2 tight ends. And they push him out. This guy just made those 10 yards look easy. And we take a quick look at the stats from within the
Oh,
red
we're
zone,
short?
brought to you
Really?
by Old
Short of the
Spice
first
Red Zone,
down?
when performance matters the most. Another run. Tackle.
Well, that's a
He
first
gets
down.
positive yards on the run and picks up the first.
First and goal here, and wow, they knew that was happening.
The defense comes up with a good play to pull him down for a loss.
A nice call by the defensive coordinator. It's like he's in their huddle sometimes.
Okay, we're gonna try all curls.
Number 10 is back in the gun, looking.
And I'm about to get sacked.
They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
Well, all curls didn't work. So let's go with... Let's go with slants.
It's 3rd and goal, and this is the 8th play of the drive. Ohio State in a 5-wide set. Steps up in the pocket. Over
Gonna
the middle.
throw it, and oh my goodness, touchdown! Ted Ginn Jr.
Call on that one to get the ball in the receiver's hand.
We need to see a replay
The ball, go get it. And DB Ever.
because that was amazing.
6.
My intended receiver, it tipped out of his hands. That was Anthony Gonzalez. He was actually supposed to catch it, but it tipped out of his hands and went into Ted Ginn Jr.'s hands for the touchdown. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And we're about to be up by 3 scores here.
And he tacks
That's
on
good.
an extra point. So under 3
Up by
minutes to
3
go in the
scores.
second quarter.
And
the
it's
score, Ohio State
it's
21,
becoming a
Indiana
shutout here
nothing.
in Bloomington.
Ohio State is ready to kick it away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Number 20 fields it in the end zone. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going. They'll take over at the 20.
All right, 1st and 10 here
He jukes it.
for Indiana,
Down he
and
goes. The misdirection play.
they got some good yards on that. 4 yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 24-yard line. The Hoosiers come out in the ace formation.
Oh, it's a fumble!
Loose fumble.
And it's recovered by Indiana.
The running back put the ball on the ground, but the offense keeps possession.
Yo, Kirk, is it something
A.J. Hawk forced that fumble,
I don't know. Where are you going with this one?
Well, it's gotta be
but the
something
Buckeyes
for
weren't
you.
able to recover it.
Running back is handing
Indiana
out
was able to
presents
pick it
out
up.
there. Either that,
And now it's
or
3rd and
he's doing
8.
his best to get benched.
Now I got you, Coach. Fumble. Birthday present. I got you.
Indiana comes to the line with 3 wide. He drops back. Swings it out to his man on the screen. The senior makes the catch. That was a nice stretch for the D there.
Yeah, they really cranked it up a notch on that series.
All right, and Indiana has to punt.
The Hoosiers are lining up to punt it away.
Number 7, back to return.
He gets it off. Number 7 fields at the 44.
And a short return there.
In this offense's last drive when they got down the field for a touchdown. They'll start this drive at the 49.
All right, 1st and 10 here for Ohio State.
Comes to the line, only one man.
And that did not work out as I thought it would.
He'll feel that one in the morning.
Tackled for a loss.
When you get into the backfield
Time to go to the passing game now.
It really sends a message.
2nd and 13 coming up here. Ball on the 46-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. Looks. He's in trouble. He rolls.
I'm scrambling. There goes Troy Smith. Troy Smith! Look at him go! And he's got to the 15-yard line.
Absolutely crazy.
This kid is so dangerous. Brad,
Wow, what a scramble by Troy Smith.
How are we going to stop this guy?
And we got all the way to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. That was amazing.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters.
See, this is why I like using Troy Smith. He's a good runner with the football. Like, if he cannot find a receiver open, he is a good runner with the football.
He rolls out to the right.
And I'm going to throw it to Pittman, and Pittman's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Keep on scoring.
And now Pittman has a receiving touchdown.
Everything looks so easy out there.
You know what's scary is we're not even at halftime yet.
Oh, what a catch. What a catch. From Troy Smith to Pittman. That was awesome. Alright, now it's time to attempt the extra point here.
And he hits the PAT.
And it's good.
Less than a minute remains in the 2nd quarter, and our score is Ohio State 28, Indiana nothing. Ohio State lines up for the kickoff. Number 20 and number 3 back deep to return. He sends this one deep. This defense did a good job on the last series. They forced the offense to go 3 plays and out.
And now they're looking to build off of that and shut them down again right here.
They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line.
1st and
10. 2 tight ends here. Trying to shoot, and he's tackled. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
And we're going to call timeout here.
On the play.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 22-yard line. Indiana goes with the ace set here. They hand it off again. Breaks one. Brought down. The halfback.
And we're going to call another timeout.
Ohio State calls a timeout. It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 26. Number 14 is back in the gun. Can't wrap him up. And down he goes. Indiana takes a timeout.
And Indiana will call timeout now as they got that 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 33. The Hoosiers set up in the gun. They'll throw on 1st down.
Intercepted! Mike D'Andrea with the pick.
They've just been outplayed and outcoached out there today.
Anything and everything has gone wrong today, Kirk. There's not much else you can do except
Just threw it straight to him. Well, technically, D'Andrea kind of reached out his hands and picked it off. So that's a pick. And we have the football. Alright, we're going to go back to seam attack here and see if we can throw it into the end zone for 6.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. They'll throw on 1st down.
Throwing to Ginn. Ginn's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they just keep on scoring.
It's just ridiculous how this offense is making everything look so easy out there.
You know what's scary is we're not even at halftime.
Oh, what a catch. What a catch by Ted Ginn Jr. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And now it's time to attempt the extra point. And it's good.
And he tacks on the extra point. Down to just a few seconds left here before the half. And our score, Ohio State 35, Indiana nothing. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Number 3 fields it in the end zone.
Great job by the defense last time forcing the pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few runs here by the offense to start things off.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. Indiana will line up in a jumbo set here. Up the middle. Jeds a tackler. Tackle. 7 yards there. Ohio State.
And you know what? We'll take our final timeout.
It's 2nd down and 3 to go. Ball on their own 27. Number 33 is feeling it, and he wants the football in his hands. He's looking.
Got hit as he released, and it's incomplete.
To break that one up.
And there's Bobby Carpenter celebrating. And he's going to get penalized for that.
Looks like someone went a little too far with the celebration.
Yep, Bobby Carpenter went too far with that celebration. So that's a 1st down for Indiana.
First and 10. Ball on the 42. Number 14 with 3 wide receivers. Looking.
And that's a sack.
Indiana takes a timeout.
And that's a timeout by Indiana. They got 1 timeout remaining.
Down, 15 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. Ace backfield. Back to pass. He steps up, looks. He's under pressure.
And that's a sack.
Now that's some heavy pressure.
It all starts with the battle up front. I don't care how
And
good
that
your
will bring
receivers
us
are or how explosive your running backs
to the end of the
are. If you
first
can't control the line
half.
of scrimmage,
There we
then
go.
it's tough to move the football.
I agree, Coach. And the thing is, this quarterback can make some plays.
And at
for you if you
halftime, we
give him
lead
enough time
Indiana
back there to throw.
35
Well, it
to
looks
0.
like he's going to have to figure out how to make plays without time.
Ah, man, Iowa was leading Michigan. But not anymore. It seems Florida had a bye week. All right. Virginia's in 5th in the coaches poll. That's crazy. Texas Tech defeated Texas, so we won't be seeing Texas in the national championship at all. And since we started with the ball in the first half, Indiana will get the ball to start the second half.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. Number 20 fields it in the end zone. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll take over at the 20.
At the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Hoosiers.
1st and 10 for Indiana.
They'll throw
Drops
on
back
first
to
down.
pass, throws,
Gets rid of it
caught.
quickly. And it's caught, and he's taken down. That last pass was good for maybe 5 yards.
That was a 5-yard pass.
2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 25-yard line. Indiana comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. He drops back, steps up, throws short, and he's got the freshman. They'll get 2 on that one.
2 on the reception. Gain of 2 on the play.
It's 3rd down and 3 to go. Ball on the 27.
27-yard line.
Indiana comes out in the shotgun. Here's a counter play. Missed tackle.
Oh, wow.
And they make the stop. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job in reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
Indiana goes with the ace set here. Makes a move. Here's an opening, and down he goes.
All right, seems Indiana's
for a big gain.
cranking out first downs now.
You are absolutely right.
1st and 10. Ball right around midfield. They better block that linebacker. He is looking to make something happen. Incomplete. He overthrew his tight end.
I know the tight end has a little more height than the wideouts, but give me a break.
So it's 2nd and 10. This is the 6th play of this drive. From the gun.
Up, and they snap it to the running back.
And he's taken down. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
And that was a yard gain on that play.
The defense will
Now
try
it's
to
3rd
stop
down
the
for
third
Indiana.
They were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. The Hoosiers line up with 3 wide. Drops back to pass. He's looking. He's drilled as he throws.
And that's a loss.
And they back up 3 yards on that play.
Now Indiana's going to have to punt away.
Indiana lining up the punt. Number 44 punted, and he didn't get much distance on it.
And that was not a good punt. Oh, we muffed it. But it's out of
He
bounds.
let that one get away.
So that's good.
Anytime a player muffs a return like that, it sticks
A muffed punt that got swatted out of bounds.
Forget about it and move on.
And it's still our ball.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 27.
At the 27-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes line up with 2 tight ends. And he's tackled. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
1-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, cannot get anything going right now for Pittman. So time to head to our passing game.
Ball on their own 28.
8-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. He drops back.
Oh, Ginn's wide open.
Long
And he caught it. And he broke a tackle. There goes Ted Ginn Jr. for a touchdown.
The wide receiver flew down the field on that
72 yards for the touchdown.
And his hands are getting better every single game.
He was double teamed and they could not stop him. Unbelievable. Like, look, that's double team coverage and they could not do anything about it. Wow. And that's a touchdown. Now to attempt the extra point. And it's good.
The PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. Number 20 fields it in the end zone. They're just about ready to get this drive started. After their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Number 14.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Indiana here. And throws, caught.
Got it to the senior. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards under.
And that's 4 yards on that pass. Brings it to 2nd and 6.
Things up for the big play.
Indiana comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. On the ground with the tailback. About 2 yards there on that delayed handoff.
On the play.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on their own 26. The Hoosiers come out in a shotgun. Option to the right.
And yeah, they got the first down there.
So he got enough for the first down there.
Yep, nice call to run the ball there on 3rd down. I like it.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 31. Indiana goes with the ace set here. He jukes.
And nowhere to go on that play.
They'll give him an inch or 2, if that.
No gain on the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. This is the 5th play of this drive. They come out with a big set. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Tackle. Not much help from his blockers, and he's only able to gain a yard.
Only a yard on that one.
So another Another
And now
down
it's
upcoming
third
for the
down
offense.
here for Indiana.
Indiana lines up in a shotgun set. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket.
And it's picked off.
The defense
Picked
has
off
two
by
interceptions
Tyler
in the ball
Everett.
game.
And that's two more than the quarterback wanted to throw. Now he's got to go back out there and play smarter football when the offense takes the field again.
You're right, Coach. The quarterback has to be able to put that out of his mind and act like it never happened.
Which one? First or second interception?
I say
What a pick. And now it's time to go back on offense. It's time to go seam attack.
They'll go to work at the 38.
Take over at the 38-yard line. First and 10.
They'll work from the shotgun.
Smith back
They'll
to
throw on
pass.
first down.
Throws it to Ginn.
Garrett Long.
Incomplete.
It's dropped.
That time, the wideout just got too excited, too quickly, and forgot to catch the football.
Boy, Lee, we continue to see this. It looked like he was ready to celebrate before he caught it.
All right, 2nd and 10 here. Going with the same play.
Drops back to
Smith
pass.
looking,
Rolls right.
and we got sacked.
So one of the veterans on this defense gets in there for the sack.
They've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Yeah, he can't.
And we're gonna go
afford to
no
take too
huddle
many
on this
points
one.
#10
like that.
with 3 wide receivers. He's looking.
And
Rolls
throwing it
the
to
right.
Ginn again.
Deep down the
Caught it.
side.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is a great day for Ted Ginn Jr. right now. The run game worked for like the first half of the game, and now it's looking like the passing game
The Buckeyes come to the
is
line
going to be
with
good
a
for the
package.
second half of this ball
And
game.
now we'll take a look at the Pontiac
And we
drive.
ran it in for the 2-point conversion, and it's now 50-0.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
And right now, Indiana is silent.
They
And
can
that's a
forget about
touchback.
returning this one. I'm sure the coach has talked to his team about not turning the ball over again in this possession. They'll set up shop at the 20.
First and 10.
The Hoosiers come out in the shotgun.
Oh, nowhere to go.
Tried to run the draw, but they stopped them in the backfield.
That draw play had no chance.
So it's
2nd and 10 for
Ball on the play.
Indiana.
One man backfield. Little shake and bake move.
And
they
a
make the
short
stop
gain
at the
there.
21. 1 yard on the play.
1-yard gain on the play.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 21.
21-yard line.
Indiana comes out of the shotgun. Looking.
Oh, it's a fumble!
It's picked up by the offense.
And Indiana picked it up,
In the backfield.
but wasn't able to advance it.
Offense came up with
And
a
that'll be
ball
the end of the
somehow.
third quarter. We lead Indiana 50-0.
Next time he gets it.
And Indiana will once again have to punt the ball away. And it looks like this game is over. And Ohio State will
Number 44
improve to
gets it
7-0
off.
overall.
Number
I
7
believe
fields at 46.
4-0. Yeah, 4-0 in the Big
Some
Ten.
nice passing on the last drive. The offense
And they will
was
play
able to take it
Minnesota
down the
next
field for
week.
6.
And great
Well, in the
play
next
calling,
game,
too, helped make that an easy
which will
drive.
be in the
The
next week.
question is, can they do it again?
All right, seam attack.
They'll take over at the 48-yard
All
line.
right, time to throw it to Ted Ginn Jr. and go crazy.
They line up in the shotgun. He drops back. Looks.
Yep, he's open.
rolling.
Wide
He
open.
unloads it.
Oh,
Ball's
overthrew it?
incomplete, and he
Really?
overthrew his wide receiver.
I
That's
don't know
in-
too many
that's-
7-foot guys playing football, so maybe
that's
he should
impossible.
aim lower the next time.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball right around midfield.
That's
Watch out for the
impossible.
man at wideout. He's feeling it right now.
Come on. Ah, jeez, I got sacked again.
Quarterback had nowhere to go, and he's brought down for the sack.
They've got to do a better job up front with their pass protection.
If they don't start picking up everybody, then this quarterback's going to be pretty sore in the morning. That's for sure.
Number 10, back in the gun. He's looking. Rolling out to the right side.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening.
He had his wide out, but he
Well, that sucked, but hey,
And that's something he's been working
we have a
very
big
hard with
lead.
his coach
We're
on.
going to go for it. So, yeah. We're going for it on 4th and 19.
looking. Long ball, right side.
Oh, almost caught it.
They hold on 4th down.
Now that's how you get a team motivated. I wouldn't be surprised to see their offense take the field with an explosive power attack.
They're on the right side.
Well,
of
Indiana
50
gets the
as
ball
they
at
start this
the
drive.
39-yard line.
Indiana lines up in a double tight set.
And, wow, the defense
Stop behind
just
the line. A loss
tackled
on that
them
one
for
as
a
he couldn't get
loss.
past those big linemen.
Loss of
You got that
5
right.
on that
They
play.
sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed him.
And instead of getting good field position, they're now getting even worse field position.
Number 14 with 3 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. Steps up. He's got
And
the ball
that's a
in hurry.
sack.
Down goes the quarterback. Now they've got 7 sacks.
Man, are they fast.
And that was number 99, Jay
They're
Richardson.
already in there.
Passing situation
And now
here
it's
on
3rd
and
down
long.
on the
Ball right around
50-yard
midfield.
line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Looks. Wants to throw outside.
Caught.
And he's tackled.
But short of the
And
first
that's 3 and
down.
out.
And if you're the defensive coordinator, you deserve a pat on
And
the
they
back.
will have to punt away.
15. Ball on the 44-yard line.
It's 4th down now, and we'll see the punt team.
Number 7, back deep to return.
Punts the ball away.
And that's a
Once
touchback.
again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
Alright, so seam attack didn't work
The
on
20-yard line.
the last drive. So,
Buckeyes line up with 3 wide.
let's try it again.
They'll throw on 1st down. He rolls out to the
Oh,
right.
wide
He
open.
zips one over to the right.
And that's
they
a first
tackle him.
down.
It's been a huge day for this receiver.
Yeah, he's one of the most exciting receivers in all of college football. He makes big plays all the time. Today, he's been even more incredible.
Today is definitely a special day, and I'm going to tell you why. This kid is getting closer and closer to breaking the single-game school record for receiving yardage. What a game!
Throws it out there.
Oh, what a catch!
Touchdown, Ohio State. With that catch, we're looking at a new school
And up,
record.
Troy Smith broke the passing game touchdown record.
This guy is a phenomenal athlete.
Hey,
And up,
congratulations to him for
Ted Ginn Jr. broke some records
for
too
receiving yards in a single
for,
game.
I believe, receiving touchdowns and receiving yards in a game. And those are school records. Oh, hold on,
Ohio
timeout. Meant to
State
go for
calls a
2.
timeout. The Buckeyes line up in a goal line formation. On the ground with the tailback.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
So with just over 3 minutes
It's
remaining
now
in the fourth
58
quarter,
to
the
0.
score is Ohio State 58, Indiana nothing. Ohio State to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Number 3 fields it in the end zone. This defense did a good job on the last series. They forced the offense to go 3 plays and out.
And now they're looking to build off of that and shut him down again right here.
They'll go to work at the 20. The Hoosiers come out in the ace formation. Handoff, and he's going to lose yards on
And that's
this
a
one.
tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get any running room.
And that was because the defense had called a blitz just at the right time. They went right through the offensive line.
2nd and 10 here
So it's
for
2nd and
Indiana.
10. Ball on the 20. The Hoosiers line up with 2 tight ends. Here's a little draw play.
And that's going to be a tackle for a loss. A.J. Hawk.
That blitz couldn't have worked any better for the defense or any worse for the offense.
A.J. Hawk's been everywhere here, man.
Ball on their own 17.
It's crazy. 3rd down.
Indiana lines up in a shotgun set. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. He's
And that's a
and they
sack.
get the sack.
A.J.
Somebody
Hawk.
came free there.
Yeah, the linebacker shot through and nobody picked him up.
He was all over him, Kirk. He wasn't letting the quarterback get anywhere.
And now, once again, Indiana will have to punt away.
He gets it away. Number 7 fields it at the 46.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not good. Darn it.
So before the offense hits the field,
Yeah, that was not a good return.
That our game is brought to you by EA Sports.
I was trying to be fancy and it did not work out.
They'll set up shop at the 17.
Take over at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes come out showing 3 wide. He's looking. Rolls right.
Oh, I'm getting
He's gonna be
sacked.
sacked for a loss. Under relentless pressure, the quarterback goes down for the sack.
Those guys on defense are just pinning their ears back right now, coming in as fast as they can.
Excuse me.
The offense needs to sneak in a screen pass to the half.
Yeah, that stadium pulse is not that big.
Take off behind his blockers for 6.
He guns
Gonna
it
throw it
the right.
again,
And they
incomplete.
couldn't hook up on that one, and he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys playing football, so maybe he should aim lower the next time.
And Ted Ginn Jr. is one of the players of the
Ball
game.
on their own 7. Going with the shotgun here. Back to pass. He steps up. He goes
Throwing it to
downtown.
Ginn, overshot it.
Incomplete.
Oh, come on. Give the receiver a chance to catch it.
I think he tried to, Coach.
No, he tried to.
You know what,
impress
we're gonna
everybody
risk
throwing it
the-
as hard as he could.
We're gonna risk the shutout by going for it. I mean, if we don't shut them out, it's fine.
Well, looks like the coach is going to take a chance here and go for it on 4th down.
Oh, Ginn caught it!
And he's taken down. Well, they'll turn
But
the
it's a
ball over
turnover on
downs.
Yeah,
downs.
football is a game of field position. And they just
Really?
lost the battle right there.
That sucks. I thought we got the first down. Guess not. Oh well.
They'll get the ball here at the 26-yard line. Number 12 lines up in the shotgun. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. Jufu, and they make the stop.
Number
Gain of
30
2.
with the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 24-yard line. Indiana goes with the ace set here. He jukes it. They'll bring him down. The halfback runs for 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 20. The Hoosiers come to the line with their jumbo package. A little juke. Brought down. He got a really nice gain on that run.
I'm going to tell you, I think the defense needs to make some adjustments. Maybe move 8 or 9 guys into the box. Coach, maybe they can slow this running game down.
You're right, Kirk. Heck, I could run through those holes.
The Hoosiers come out in the ace formation. Drops back to pass. Across the middle. Complete. Tackle. Short pass there, and they get a moderate gain.
There's nothing wrong with nickel and diming him down the field.
They've got all the big boys in for this one.
I guess they didn't want to snap the ball. I guess they did want that shutout.
Ball game's over. Coach, what's your final
Well, I
thought
guess
on the
they
game?
did want to
I
get
can't say
shut
enough
out,
about this
so
performance.
oh well.
Ohio State played an excellent
They got
job
shut out.
dominating on
They had a
both
chance
sides
to
of
not
the
get
ball.
shut out, but they
gotta
did.
feel pretty good after
They
blowing
just
out a team
didn't
like
snap the
this.
ball for some
Folks,
reason.
thanks for tuning into our game. Our final score, Ohio State 58, Indiana nothing. From all of us here at EA Sports, we hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Please drive home safely.
Alright, now it's time to look at the individual stats here. So, Troy Smith, 10 for 17 today, 322 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick, which is perfectly fine. Longest pass was 72 yards. And then Antonio Pittman, 18 attempts, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. Longest rush was 26. Obviously, couldn't do a whole lot with Antonio Pittman today. But hopefully the next game we can. So, Troy Smith only 5 yards rushing, but that's because of the sacks. But the longest rush he had was that 39-yard rush scramble there, which was pretty cool. Ted Ginn Jr., 8 receptions, 297 yards, 5 touchdowns. Longest was 72. Antonio Pittman, 1 reception, 15 yards, 1 touchdown. San Antonio Holmes, 1 reception, 10 yards. And Anthony Gonzalez, 0 reception, 0 yards. I was trying to pass him, but luckily Ted Ginn Jr. was able to catch the pass. He bobbled out of his hands and got the touchdown. That's all that matters. All that matters. Then A.J. Hawk, 9 tackles, 7 for a loss, 4 sacks. Mike Kudala had 7 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Mike DeAndrea, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception. Bobby Carpenter, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Jay Richardson, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack. Not bad for our defense. Alright. Time to exit the game and advance the week. So we're now 7-0 overall, 4-0 in the Big Ten. And Indiana slips to 2-5, 0-4 in the Big Ten. Nah, I don't need to save right now. It's time to simulate through week 9. And as you guys know, the week takes a long time to advance. Still unbeaten. Buckeyes notch another W, this time against Big Ten foe Indiana. That is true. Alright, now let's take a look at the bowl rankings. So, Florida still number 1, Michigan still number 2, and we're still 3. And then you got Georgia, Texas A&M, Virginia, USC, Oklahoma, Purdue, Texas Tech, Iowa, Alabama, NC State, Colorado, and Texas in the top 15 for the BCS. And Fresno State took a loss to Idaho. Sheesh. Wow, Michigan barely beat Iowa. They barely beat Iowa. And then Florida had a bye week, of course. And then Alabama lost to Tennessee. Oof. That hurts. Ole Miss still looking good. Colorado jumped 10 spots to 15th in the latest Coaches Poll. Miami's in the top 25. Fresno State went from 9 to 19th. Oklahoma State's now in the coaches poll. UCLA now in the polls. UTEP back in the polls. LSU in the polls. Nebraska in the polls. Now the Heisman Watch. And as you can see here, Pittman is still the front runner for the Heisman. And then Ted Ginn Jr. He's in second right now. And oh, look at this. Chad Henne, he slipped to third. Because guess who took his place? Ted Ginn Jr. And look who's right behind Chad Henne. A.J. Hawk. And right now, A.J. Hawk has a total of 55 tackles, 45 tackles for a loss, 27 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. And then you got running back from West Virginia. He's currently in 5th. So I got 3 Buckeyes in the running for the Heisman. That is incredible. It is super incredible. I love it. Now time for the Players of the Week. Ted Ginn Jr., NCAA Player of the Week for the offense. And then he's also Offensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. And A.J. Hawk, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. And let's take a look at the Big Ten standings so far. So Michigan's still in first, and we are in second. We control our own I almost said dynasty. We control our own destiny with these next couple of games. So Northwestern took their first ever Big Ten loss of the season, so that basically says even though they still got a loss in the Big Ten, that doesn't mean anything. Well, it means something. They're still in contention for the Big Ten title because either Michigan or us could lose a game, and that could lead either Northwestern or Purdue to possibly get a tiebreaker over one of us to win the Big Ten championship. So right now, Michigan and us control our own destiny. So if we win out against Minnesota, Illinois, Northwestern, and Michigan wins out their next 2 games, it will be a battle between us and Michigan for the Big Ten championship and the trip to the national championship in the Rose Bowl. Something that has been, wanted. A Big Ten championship battle with Michigan for a trip to not only the Rose Bowl, but the national championship as well on the line. So anything can happen here, folks. So Minnesota's probably not going to be a problem. Illinois not going to be a problem. Northwestern, they might be a problem. And then Michigan, definitely a big problem. So yeah. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching this brand new episode of NCAA Football 2006. If you enjoyed it, smack a like on it, subscribe if you're new to this channel, check out my other videos I've uploaded to my channel, and I shall see you guys next time for more NCAA Football 2006. So with that, I'll see you guys later.